Hey guys, ADHD here. In today's video, I'll be showing us how to build this awesome stone Enderman. It is pretty sick. It's this Enderman statue that's designed to look like stone. It's part of my new stone statue series, which is the same thing as this Herobrine one you guys saw a couple weeks ago. It's pretty awesome. If you haven't checked this one out, I definitely recommend it. I'll put a link in the description. But anyway, let's go back over here. This is the new one. This is the part of the week of the Enderman. It's really awesome. He's holding Steve's head, which is a little bit violent. They're both a little bit violent, but he's still smiling, so it's all good. So yeah, this is it. I really love this one. Let's go and get started on it. As always, if you guys actually build this, feel free to send a picture of it to me on Instagram or Twitter. I'd love to check all of them out. A lot of times I retweet them sometimes, and yeah, so definitely send them to me. But anyway, let's go and get started. So if you actually haven't built the base, if you want to build the base, the link is in the description for the base. I don't want to build the base in every single one of these because it's the same base in all of them. It might get annoying if somebody's building more than one of the statues. So I decided to make it, optional. Link in the description if you want to build the base tutorial. It's really simple. It's like a 5 or 6 minute video. I don't even remember, but it's really easy. Okay, but if you did build the base, here's how you'd find where to place the feet. Okay, so it's going to be 4 blocks in from the front and 6 blocks in. It'll be on the 6th block, so 5 blocks in, but on the 6th block would be where we place our foot, our first block. And then from the front, it'll be 4. So 4 away from the front, 5 away from the left side. Okay, and then you place your block right there. Once you have a block placed, if you're not building the base, you can place the block pretty much anywhere. So you do that, and then you make a 2x2 square. So like this, just like that. And then a spacing of another 2x2 spacing, like this, go 1, 2, and then do the same thing. So it should be a 2x2 square, then a 2x2 space, then a 2x2 square of, again, this is gray wool. So we're going to be building the whole thing out of stone, gray wool, block of quartz, and light gray wool. Pretty much just these two. You need like a couple of these really. You only need mainly these two. Okay, so let's go and get started. We're going to be starting on the right side actually. Okay, so on the front, what you're going to do on the left side is do 2 more dark gray. So it should be a total of 3 dark gray wool. Then you're going to do 7 stone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then once you get there, you're going to do 2 gray wool. 1, 2. Then you're going to do 9 stone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oops, 9. I can't place it. 9. There you go. And then on top of that, you're going to do 2 gray wool. 1, 2. Then 1 stone. Then 3 gray wool. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, now come all the way back down. You're going to be doing the same thing, but going, just follow me along the way. You're going to do 3 gray wool on top of the one we already have, a total of 4. So 1, 2, 3. So it should be 4 in total from the bottom. And then you're going to do 1 stone, then 1 gray wool, then 5 stone, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you're going to do 1 dark gray wool. Then you're going to do 1 stone, then 1 gray wool, then 13 stone wool. Okay, or stone, I mean. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So it takes you all the way up to the top. Okay. So now on the front, we're going to be doing the same exact thing. It's going to be inverted. So you can just copy, for right here, you're going to copy this one right here. So just looking right a little bit to your right, you can copy it and boom. You just copy that one exactly as it is. And that's all you have to do. So just copy it all the way up to the top. That's what I'm doing. That's what you should be doing right now. And just make sure you're copying it right perfectly. Okay? Oops, don't want to miss that one. Okay. And again right here, and boom, there you go. So now we copied that one. It should look exactly the same. And then now we're going to do the same thing. Copy this far one now. So just look over, to your right slightly, and you can build it up pretty easy. So just copying the one on the far right again, guys. Okay, oops. Oop, missed one almost. Just make sure you don't miss any, guys. Just copy it. It's pretty simple, though. Okay, and then the rest of it's all the way down. Okay, perfect. So that is our front of the feet. Now we are going to get started on the back. So what we're going to do is come over here, and we're going to get started on this left foot, or it's on our left side now, but technically it's the right foot. Okay, so anyway, what you're going to do is we already have our 2 down here. On the left side, you're going to add a total of 5 gray wool. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you're going to do 2 stone like that. You're going to do 1 gray wool. You're going to do 1, 2, 3 stone. Then you're going to do 2 gray wool. Then you're going to do 10 stone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh, geez, fell. 10. That'll be a 10 right there. Okay? And then you're going to do 1 gray wool, then 2 stone. Perfect. All right. So now we're going to come back down, and on the right side, we're going to do a total of 8 from where we are. 8 dark gray wool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, and again it'll be it'll be 8, but a total of 9. Sorry about that, guys. So in order to make sure you're on track, you can just always watch the marking. So you should be one above our left side marking. Okay. Once you've done that, it's going to be one stone, then 1 gray wool. Then it's going to be a total of 16 stone, guys. It's going to take us all the way up to the top. So just go ahead and fill it all the way up to the top with stone. And boom, there you go. And now it's pretty much the same thing. You're just going to copy the one right to the left of us. So you just go straight up, and boom, we're going to copy this one that's right here. And then a stone, then a gray, then a stone, all the way up. Okay. And then we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to copy the far left one now. So it's going to be just looking, slightly to your left, and you should be able to do it pretty easily. Okay. And we're just going to keep copying this exactly the way it should be. And I think it's all the way to right here. Yep, and then the rest of it's stone. Okay, so that is our Enderman's legs. Go ahead and take a look. You can take a pause it or whatever, screenshot, whatever you need to do. Remember, the pause button is your best friend, guys. And that's the front. And then here is the back. Okay. Now let's get started on the Enderman's torso. Okay, now for the torso, what you're going to do is you're simply just going to make a bridge across the top of this out of stone. So just take what we have here, and you're just going to go from one side all the way to the other side with stone, and the same thing over here. Come all the way back over here with stone, and then we're going to go one block off on both sides. Just like that. Perfect, okay? And now we're going to be building off the front of this. This is going to be the front of his body right here we're building on. So just follow along. We'll be going left to right. So there's going to be 3 stone. 1, 2, 3. 1 gray wool. 3 stone. 1 gray wool. The next row it's going to be 2 stone. 1 gray wool. 4 stone. Then one gray wool. Sorry about that, guys. And then the next row is going to be 1 stone, 1 gray wool, 2 stone, 1 gray wool, 1 stone, 1 gray wool, 1 stone. And then the next row is the exact same way. Okay. The next row we're going to do, it's going to be stone. All you have to do is basically put one in between these 2 blocks, put a great wool, and the rest of it's all stone. Okay, so make sure you're following along. Really simple. Okay. And again, guys, pause button and the rewind ability is your best friend. Okay, so the next one's going to be 2 stone, then 1 gray wool, then it's going to be 3 stones, sorry about that, guys, and then 1 gray wool, then 1 stone. Okay, the next row is going to be 1 stone, 1 gray wool, 1 stone, 1 gray wool, 2 stone, 1 gray wool, 1 stone. Then the next row, it's going to be 4 stone, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 1 gray wool, 1 stone, 1 gray wool, 1 stone. Okay. The next row is going to be 2 gray wool, 2 stone, 1 gray wool, 1 stone, 1 gray wool, 1 stone. Okay. The next row is going to be 1 stone, 1 gray wool, 2 stone, 1 gray wool, 1 stone, 1 gray wool, and 1 stone. Okay, and the next one is going to be, all of it's going to be stone except for this block right here. So just go ahead and add 1 more gray wool onto this beam right here, and the rest of it is all snow. Or stone, I mean. Okay. Now we're going to be working on the back, so let's come over here real quick. And we're going to be building from the back again from this part right here. So be adding to this. Okay, so the first row is 1 gray wool, then 3 stone, 1, 2, 3. Then 1 gray wool, then 3 stone. Okay, the next row. It's going to be 1 gray wool, 4 stone, 1 gray wool, 2 stone. And then the next row is going to be, we're pretty much going to be copying what's in front of us up until the last one, to be honest. So let's just do that. So just copy what's in front of it. Just do stone. This one right here is what I mean by in front of it. Just go ahead and copy this just like this. It's really simple, actually. And then, but follow along with me because at the end it's going to change a little bit. And that's only the last row is the only thing that changes. So you can just pretty much copy what's right in front of us. Okay, so just the last row is going to be all, instead of doing this one over here, we have this last one where it's a gray wool, it's going to be all stone. That's really the only difference between this and the back. Okay. So I'm just copying myself too, doing the same thing you're probably doing. It's just right in front of us, so it's really easy. Okay. Well, I build stuff, so remember, last row is not the same, okay? when I build stuff, I usually always do like the borders or whatever a lot first, and all the fill in stuff last. But on tutorials, I have to do it, you know, block by block, of course. Okay, and then again, everything is identical to the one right in front, but the only difference is the last row is all stone, just like this. Okay. All right, perfect. So now we're gonna do the side right here, and the way the side works is it's gonna be 2 rows of stone, 1, 2. Then it's going to be 1 gray wool, then 1 stone. Then it's going to be 3 gray wool, 1, 2, 3. Oops. Then it's going to be 2 gray wool on the side right there, then gray wool on top of that. And then the rest of the way up, it is gray wool, except for, oh, sorry about that, guys. One right here, you're going to do a, you're going to come up here, and then this marking right here, you're going to bring it out one like that. And then the rest of it is gray wool. Sorry about that. So take a look at it so you guys can see what you should have right now. It should look like this. Okay, go ahead and pause if you need to. Alright, let's do the other side. The other side is identical to that side. You're just going to fill this in like this. And then add our gray wool real quick. Fill this in again. It's right in front of us. It's really simple. No need to explain because it's right there. Alright, boom. There you go. So that is our Enderman's torso. Now we're going to get started on his head. Okay, so now on the Enderman's head, what we're going to be doing is basically making an 8x8 platform on top of what we already have right here. So we have 4 right here. So what you're going to do is we're just going to cover this all up. You know, cover this all up with a whole another row of stone. The whole thing. Okay. Almost done. So once you have that whole row on top, and then what you're going to do is on the fronts of both of these, you're going to add 2. On the back and the front. So just add 2 to what we just created. Okay. Then do the same thing over here. Add 2. And boom. Okay, so now we're going to come over here to the front, and we're going to be working with that. So that's what you should have already. Let me make sure. Let me go see this one, make sure it's 2 off. Okay, perfect. Just want to make sure for you guys. Okay, so come back over here. And then we're going to be doing a row of stone on top of what we already have here. Then the next row, it's going to be 1 stone. So remember, you should have 2 rows of stone like this. And then the third row we're working on right now. So 1 stone, 2 gray wool, 2 stone, 2 gray wool, 1 stone. The next row, we're finally using those quartz blocks. It's going to be 3 quartz blocks. Okay? Then it's going to be 2 stone. Then it's going to be 3 quartz blocks again. And then the next row, it's going to be 2 gray wool, 4 stone, 2 gray wool. And then the next row is going to be 1 gray wool, 1 stone, 1 gray wool. Then it's going to be 4 stone, then 1 gray wool, then 1 stone. Then the next row, it's going to be 1 gray wool, 2 stone, 2 gray wool, 2 stone, 1 gray wool. All right, and then the last row, it's going to be 1 stone or 1 gray wool, 1 stone, 4 gray wool, 1 stone, 1 gray wool. Perfect. All right. So now we're going to come over here and get started on the back, and again, we're going to be building up from the back. So what you need to do is remove those 2 center blocks from this what we already have here. Remove 2 center ones and add 2 gray wool. Okay. Now we're going to be working on top of that platform. We have this top bar right here. Okay, so it'll be 1 gray wool, 1 stone, 1 gray wool, 2 stone, 1 gray wool, 2 stone. Then the next row is going to be 1 gray wool, and then the remainder of the row is going to be stone. Just like this. Next row is going to be 1 gray wool, 1 stone, 1 gray wool, 2 stone, 1 gray wool, 2 stone. All right, and then the next row is going to be 1 gray wool, 2 stone, 2 gray wool, 2 stone, 1 gray wool. And then the next row is going to be 1 stone, 1 gray wool, 4 stone, 1 gray wool, 1 stone. Very tedious, guys. I know this. I'm sorry. That's just how it is. Okay, and then it's 1 stone, 1 gray wool, 1 stone, 2 gray wool, 1 stone, 1 gray wool, then 1 stone. And then the final row for the back of his head is going to be 2 stone, 1 gray wool, 2 stone, 1 gray wool, 2 stone. Perfect, okay? So they should match up if you did this correctly. Head should be the same height, and you should be good. Okay, so now we're going to get started on the rest of this, or the sides, I mean. Okay, so the first row is going to be all stone, just like this. And then the next row is going to be pretty much all stone, but I'll go ahead and count out. It's going to be 1 stone, 2 stone, 3 stone, 4 stone. Then on the 5th one, you're going to place a gray wool. Then the last block, you're going to place a stone. Okay, the next row is going to be 1 gray wool, and then the remainder is going to be stone. Then the next row is going to be 1 gray wool, 2 stone, 1 gray wool, 2 stone. And then the next row is going to be all gray wool, or stone, I mean. And then the next row is going to be 1 stone, 1 gray wool. The remainder of it's going to be stone. Having trouble with the word stone today. And then the last row is going to be all stone. Okay, and then for the other side, we're just going to copy what we have in front of us. So it's going to be a whole row of stone, and then do the same thing right here. We're going to put the gray wool. You're just copying what's directly in front of us. Really simple. No explanation needed. Okay. Alright, and then the last row is going to be that stone I told you guys about. Oops. Almost freaking fell. Alright, so then the last row would be the head. Okay, so let's do ahead and do the top of the head. I'm sorry guys, give me 1 second to look at my notes real quick, because I'm a little bit off right now on that part. I apologize for this. Give me 1 moment. Okay. Thought I had the notes for it, but I guess I do not. I think I kind of remember it though. Okay, so what we're going to be doing is coming back here, and we're going to be working from the back downward. Okay? So the first one, you're going to do 1 gray wool, then you're going to do 1 stone, then 2 gray wool, 1 stone, 1 gray wool. Next row is going to be 1 gray wool, 1 stone, 1 gray wool, 2 stone, 1 gray wool. Okay, the next row is going to be 1 gray wool, 2 stone, 1 gray wool, 2 stone. Okay, then the next row is going to be 2 stone, 1 gray wool, 2 stone, sorry guys, and then 1 gray wool. Alright, then the next row is going to be 1 gray wool, 2 stone, 1 gray wool, and 1 stone and 1 gray wool. And then the last row is going to be 1 gray wool, 1 stone, 2 gray wool, 1 stone, 1 gray wool. Okay, sorry about that guys, I had a little bit of trouble at first there, but that is what the top of his head should look like right now. I think that is how it should be. A mixture on this one. If it's not, then I'll have to redo that part. But okay, yeah, perfect. It's the same way. Good. Okay, glad. All right. Anyway, so now we are done with his head. We're done with his body. We are done with his legs. Let's get started on the arms. Okay, so now on the arms, this is actually honestly probably the hardest part because it's kind of a little bit weird. But I'll show you guys how to do it. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna line up with the head right here, and you're gonna go 1 block below that. You're gonna make a 4x4 square in the center of its torso. Okay, and it's going to be 14 points all the way down. What I mean by points or corners, basically we can call them points or corners. It's going to be 14 corners, just like this. And by each corner, it means like this. So that's a corner. Okay, so now we have 2. So now there'll be 12 to the bottom. So we're going to do 12 more of those. So that's 1, and that's going to be 2. Then that's 3. And that's 4. And then that's 5. Oops. Then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, it's a little bit difficult, I know. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what it looks like from right here. This is what you should have. Should look just like this. There should be a total of 14 points. Let's count ours. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So a total of 14 corners just like that all the way down. And that's what it should look like. And then all you're going to do is double layer that. So do what we just did, just cover it over again. And that's all you have to do for that. Okay. But that's not really the hard part about the arms. The hard part is about just kind of making them look like they're supposed to be here. Because obviously Enderman's arms don't look like this. Normally it's hard, the arms are normally flat unless they're holding a block. And then, you know, it defies Minecraft like logic where the arms are still straight but going diagonal. Okay, so you have that, and that's what it should be. And we're going to do the same thing on this side. You can copy the one away from us if you want, or you can just count them out again. So again, make our 4x4 square. That's 1 corner. Then we're going to do right here, that's 2 corners. And then from here, we're going to do 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, and if you did it right, it should match up with your arm and other side. So they should be the same height, same everything. Perfect, okay? And again, we're going to double layer those. Okay, so now we are done with the arms. Now we kind of have to make it look a little bit more like the rest of its body. And the way you do that, there's no set pattern to it. You just kind of just have to do it. So what I did is I did in the second spike, I removed one, then I went in one spike, removed two. And you really don't have to copy me, to be honest, on these. You just kind of have to add spots just like the rest of its body, just to make it look a little natural. I even went all the way up here. I think I removed this one right here. Let's see, yeah, that one right there. And then you come in here and you can just do the same thing. Don't have to copy me. You can just place them wherever you want if you like. You can get a look at mine if you want, but this is not any pattern. I'm just putting these on here right now. This is just kind of me guessing. And then only thing you do want to do is on the inside hand, you want to place the dark gray art. Just leave it like this, actually. Leave it it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't. It's just to make it look a little bit more like the rest of the body. As you can tell, it looks a little bit more like it now. Might even, just keep adjusting it. It's really kind of random. Okay. I'm just going to keep removing, like I said, random ones. You can even copy the ones, if you want to make it easier on yourself, if you get one good arm, like I said in the other tutorial, the other Enderman tutorial I did a couple days, I think I'm going to do tomorrow, actually. I haven't seen that one yet. And then it's basically just, you can copy the other arm if you do one good arm, just like this. Okay. So I'm just copying my arm that I have down there. Oops. Okay, and let's even remove some of these shoulder pieces to make it look a little bit more natural. Okay, and that's what I have. It's not anything special. I didn't really come up with anything for this because it's not really something that's you need to do. It's just kind of, to make it look a little more natural. You could leave them gray, to be honest. You could just leave them as stone. It'll still look fine. I just wanted to make it have the same pattern as the rest of the body. Okay, so now we're going to get working on the Steve head that lies in Enderman's hands over here, as you can see. So let's get started on that. Okay, so now Steve's arms, this is kind of weird. It's not really that hard. I think everybody, well, not everybody, a lot of people have built the Steve head before. It's really easy, but it's kind of hard to place it when it's floating and have anything to build off of. So what you have to do is, all you're going to do is add 4 blocks to the hands right here. This is just be temporary. And the same thing over here, add 4 blocks to the bottom of the hands right here. Then go down 3 blocks, 1, 2, 3. Same thing over here, do 1, 2, 3. Then right here, just the same thing. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and a total of 3 from the little thing we made. And then go ahead and take both of these right here, and add 3 to both sides. 1, 2, 3. Then over here on this side, do the same thing. 1, 2, 3. Over here, same thing. 1, 2, 3. And once more over here. 1, 2, 3. And then go ahead and remove those little attachments we have right here. This is just so we can get our platform started, and so we know exactly how to center his head. And then go ahead and connect both those things. Okay, so that is the bottom of Steve's head, and then we're going to be working from this. Okay, so come over here to the front and remove the 4 middle blocks. So just find the 4 center blocks and remove those, and then go ahead and put gray wool there. And then the whole bottom, we're going to fill this in with stone. Okay, just fill all of it in with stone real quick, so you have a good base to work off of. Okay, perfect. Then the next row, we're going to be starting from the left to the right on Steve's face. This is the bottom of his mouth as we have right here, so we're working on top of that. So do 2 stone, 1 gray wool, 2 stone, 1 gray wool, 2 stone. And the next row is going to be 3 stone, 1, 2, 3, 2 gray wool, then 3 stone, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and the next row is going to be 1 stone, 1 quartz block. We're finally using that light gray block, 1 light gray block, 2 stone, 1 light gray block, 1 quartz block, then 1 stone. Okay, so it should look just like this. These are quartz blocks, by the way. I don't know if I said it, but yeah, quartz blocks. And then the next row is going to be all stone. Okay? Then the next row is going to be 1 gray wool, all stone up until the last one, which will be gray wool as well. Then the next 2 rows are all gray wool, just like this. Okay? And now as you can see, we have Steve's face, and if you want to, you can just remove these eyes and make it a Herobrine. Really simple. But we already have a Herobrine one, so down there, I think, yeah. So we're gonna leave it like this. Okay. Now we're gonna get started on the side of his head, which is my least favorite part. I hate doing the sides of stuff because I always get the front box mixed up and stuff. So what we're gonna be doing is coming from over here, working that way. So make sure you're on the inside, left side of his head, and you're gonna do 2 gray wool. Then the rest of it's gonna be stone. Then the next row is going to be 4 gray wool, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the rest of it's stone. Then the next row is going to be the same exact thing, 4 gray wool. Then the rest of it's going to be, or actually, sorry, then 2 stone. Then it's going to be 1 gray wool. Then the next row is going to be all gray wool up until that same point. Okay, and then it's going to be gray wool all the way up for the rest of the way up. Okay, let me make sure I got that right. Okay, good. Everything's perfect. I hate the sides of it, I'm telling you. So then on this one, you're going to do is just copy the one we have right there. So just 2, then the rest of it stone. And come back over here. Then you do 4 stone, or 4 gray. Then the rest of it stone. Then the next one, the same thing. Rest of it gray. Then 2 stone. Then 1 gray. Then the rest of it's gray all the rest of the way up. Okay. Alright, perfect. Now on the back of the head, all you're going to do is you're going to remove, I believe, the 4 center blocks. Let me just see real quick to be sure. I want to make sure it's 100% for you guys. Yeah, so we're just remove these 4 center blocks, just like this, 1, 2, 3, 4. Add our gray wool, and the rest of it is gray wool again. So all the way up, it's just going to be the same gray wool. Okay, and once we get up here, then you just have to fill in the top of his head once you finish this, okay? So just go ahead and fill in the top of his head real quick. Shouldn't take long. I'm not going to skip this part. It's really easy. Okay. And if you watch the Enderman's house, you could actually do the same thing with this one. It's essentially the same thing, except for instead of an obsidian block, it's a Steve head. You could really make this into a house too, just by watching that tutorial. Anyway, though, that's the statue. I think it looks really awesome. If you guys do me a huge favor, hit this video with a thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it. If you want to share this with your friends on Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff, I'd greatly appreciate that too. Again, if you actually built the house, send it to me on Instagram or Twitter. I'd love to check it out. I like to see those things, and it, inspires me to build more. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe. I do tons of crazy stuff like this in Minecraft. I build houses, statues, all kinds of crazy stuff. So I definitely recommend you subscribe. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Adios. Hey guys, welcome to the outro. Thank you so much for making here on the right side of our screen where it says recommended video. You can click on that, and that's the last video I uploaded on my other channel where I show you guys this really cool Xbox One skin. And I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff coming to that channel soon, so I definitely recommend you check that out. And on the left side of our screen where it says previous video, you're going to click on that, and that's the last video I uploaded on this channel, which is a showcase and a soon-to-be tutorial of a really awesome survival house that's basically made out of an Enderman. It's really cool, so definitely recommend check that out. And if you're on the mobile app, you can get to both those videos by clicking the card button on the top right side of your screen. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Adios.